I usually give a scripted intro to explain the video's context, but honestly, I bought the car you'll see yesterday, September 22nd, and today is the day after. Since that day, I've been trying to figure out how to explain why I bought this car. I haven't figured it out yet, so here's what I bought.
Welcome, I am the onboard computer. Welcome, surveillance is operational. I am the onboard computer. Attention, your seatbelt is not fastened.
Yes, sir, I bought a Safrane. Actually, there are several reasons I chose it. First, it's one of the cars I wanted to feature on YouTube, but it was starting from the end, usually when it's last or second to last at the bottom of the list. The budget I set aside to buy this type of car is really very, very low. As you saw in the thumbnail, I paid 50 euros for it, which isn't cheap. It's no surprise to say it was in a front-end collision. If you also watch my videos, you've seen that right now. I'm doing quite a lot with everything related to front-end collisions. The Yukon Safrane, why not? It seems to suit me. That's one of the other reasons why I bought a Safrane. Well, you know, with Nicholas from the channel Au Bordel, we're friends, we're close. We see each other a lot. Maybe even too much, I'd say. So when he has a crazy idea, well, he tells me about it, and I like crazy ideas. If you haven't seen it, check out his channel. He bought a Renault Espace that was also on my list, but it has nothing to do with the Nürburgring project. Ultimately, it wasn't strong enough to attempt the record I aimed to set with the Sable behind me. In short, now that I've seen a Renault, there's something you need to know. This is my first time buying a Renault, even though I nearly swore I'd never get one for the channel. In the end, only fools never change. After seeing his 90s Renault Espace, I have to admit I'm enthusiastic about the Safrane, even though I prefer sedans. Also, I love La Cité de la Peur. If anyone gets the reference, it's stuck in my mind. Unfortunately, he's had some mechanical issues. For me, I have to admit it's more about the looks, because the engine, on the other hand, runs perfectly. In terms of looks, some bodywork is needed at the back and front. There's also some mechanical work, but not much on the engine. Mine is in good shape and starts up, unlike the Safrane. It doesn't have a Renault engine, maybe that's also why it runs well. Inside, even though it says Renault, you'll find a Volvo engine. I admit that's one reason I was interested in this car. It's a base derived from the 5-cylinder engine that we found on the Safrane 2-liter 5, but this time with one less cylinder. We reduced from 2.5 to 2 liters, and from 5 to 4 cylinders, it evolves. I don't know the exact number, but it's between 136 and 138 horsepower. Safrane experts in the comments can share the actual figure. My registration says 10 fiscal horsepower, but online I see 9 or 11, so I'm confused. Sorry, I have no choice but to close it like this, otherwise it doesn't lock. And on this side, it doesn't lock at all, so you get the idea. Frontal collision caused the airbag to deploy, so I got it cheap. The previous owner sold it after the crash, because, well, it makes absolutely no sense for a normal person to repair a car like this. You have to be completely crazy like me to get into something like this. I've already ordered most of the parts, a new fender, a new grille. In this video, I'll remove the bumper to check if it can be saved or if I need a new one. I may also need to buy a hood. However, if there's one thing I never would have suspected, it's the mafia behind the Safrane turn signals, because both of my turn signals are completely shattered. I have to admit, thanks to this car, Nico warned me, wait until you see French car parts prices. You'll be shocked. Honestly, it's true. Grille, 14 euros, front fender, 40 euros. It's practically a giveaway. Used turn signal, 240 euros. 240 euros. There's no way I'm going to spend 5 times the price of the car on turn signals. It's really a mafia around this part. People are crazy. Do we really need to justify ourselves when buying a Safrane? I don't think so. Now, I drive a president's car. By the way, from now on, you'll call me El Presidente. I'm part of the elite now. I drive a Safrane. We're going to take a little look around the car. So, the front, well, here it is. A hood, bumper and all, you get it. Front impact. On the side, it's okay. A trim piece is missing here, but I found it. It's only been on Iveco for 20 minutes, which is good. And many parts come from Iveco. The rear trunk, on the other hand, I don't think we'll be able to change it, because Nico and I realized that it's part of the tailgate. So, in the trunk, you see, there's the window, so the part is a little big, so we're going to try to bend it back and see what we can do. I'll tell you now, this car's getting a full paint job. No surprises. You saw what we did on the Yukon, what Nico's doing on the Espace, and what he did on the Twingo. We got excited about making similar Renaults. so we can take pictures for you later and have fun together. Honestly, I know I'll have more fun with this car than the Chaser. So, this side, on the other hand, is pretty clean. There are a few little dents here and there, but we're not going to complain, it's pretty clean. However, where it's going to be tricky is with the interior. The interior itself is pretty clean, in the sense that there aren't any big tears on the seats or anything. However, the interior itself is disgusting. Actually, the previous owner used this car to carry his dog and his bike. So it was really like his C15, so I can understand why the interior is disgusting. And it's the same for everything around the center console. The gear lever. The back is the same, the car is clearly a dump, but, well, I can't say anything. He likely didn't pay much for the car, and as I said, he used it as a utility vehicle. So actually, I totally understand why it's really filthy, so I have nothing to say. I bought it from the poor guy. His big dog also left marks on the windows. The back, well, it's the same. It's really not nice. I just took that off, but I don't know how I'm going to fix that. It's covered in hair, so the back, wow, man, it's the same there. I'm really going to have to brush it a lot. I'm not sure how I'll manage, but I'll try to clean it anyway. Obviously, the airbag's deployed, so here, it was completely opened, it was broken. So right now, I still don't really know how to do it. Should I try to fix this and put some fabric over it to cover it up or something? I don't know. Otherwise, I saw that there are versions with glove boxes, so why not just buy the glove box cover and stick it on directly? I don't know, I'll think about it some more. The steering wheel, well, obviously the cushion burst, so that's the steering wheel. I found a new airbag. It's on its way. I'll tell you about the options because they're actually pretty good. It has cruise control, automatic air conditioning, and I'm really happy about that because I always need air conditioning, so that's great. It has it. Of course, it doesn't work. I think there are some seals that aren't very tight, so I ordered some seals. We're going to change them, same thing. We'll do a bit of mechanical work there to try to get the air conditioning working again. The screen doesn't work, but same thing. We'll take a look. It had a Bluetooth stereo. Thanks to the previous owner for leaving it for me. That's cool. It's always nice. There are storage spaces. Yeah, that's great, but there are storage spaces everywhere. The armrest is simply the cushion from Louis C's Soupape. It's surprisingly comfortable and has some storage underneath. I'm starting to get attached to the car because there are lots of nice little features, as you can see, for example. It's broken, which is a shame, but the vent lifts up like this. Typical design from the 90s. Now, I'll tell you about the craziest thing I didn't know was in a base version. It's not loaded with options, but it still works for me. Sorry, I'm trying to film the sun's reflection. It's tough, but Renault fans know what it is. I'll show you.
Welcome, I am the onboard computer. Monitoring is operational.
It's incredible. It's just incredible. That means that whatever happens in the car, you have a voice that warns you. For those familiar with Renault, this may be obvious, but for me, it's new. This is my first time buying a Renault. Look, I'm going to start it up now. It starts right away. Thank you, goodbye, that's done, listen.
The front right door is not closed properly. The trunk is not closed properly. The hood is not closed properly.
That's incredible.
Warning, your seatbelt is not fastened.
I love it. I'm discovering Renault and I'm discovering this kind of onboard computer voice assistant. I think it's incredible. Just for that, the car has paid for itself in pleasure. It's incredible. I'll also discuss the onboard instrumentation. First, there's a gauge with a needle. At least for oil pressure, that's incredible. And it also shows the oil level. You'll see tachometer, fuel, speed, and of course, water temperature. Look, when you turn on the ignition, a new dial will appear over this. It's to indicate the oil level. It's checking now, so the needle is up, meaning the oil level's good. I did it before starting the video, and afterward it turns off and shows the oil pressure. And there you go, and now the oil pressure is updating. It's pretty amazing, honestly. Onboard computer too, pretty crazy, so this is the distance I've traveled since I reset it to 0. That's the fuel I've used since resetting to 0, less than a liter. It also shows my range of 500 kilometers, average speed, and fuel consumption. Over the last few kilometers I drove, I pressed the accelerator harder to test it. Instant fuel consumption and, before the next service, mileage. It's amazing how much information we have, and yes, the car has 198,000 kilometers. I'm extremely happy with this purchase. There you go. I think I can't do any better because I'm not going to lie to you. We'll go for a little drive afterwards. In the video, the car runs perfectly. So, I have a brake problem, I'll show you, but other than that, it runs perfectly. When I say brake problem, I'm not joking. That means my front brake discs are completely worn out. Really, it's totally worn out. You can see on the outside, it's clearly worn down on the disc. For those who know me, you know what I've been dying to do with this car since I got it. Clean it, give it a thorough vacuum, clean the plastics and everything. I'll reply once it's clean.
Like Robert Delicum in 1997. I polish it because it's everything to me. Friday night I take my wife to Buffalo Grill. Unlimited Roquefort sauce. That's the ultimate pleasure. Aboard my Safrane. I'm the king of the road. Volvo engine. A guarantee of wealth and reliability.
Spent 4 hours cleaning the entire interior in dog hair. Never again. If you've done it before, you know it's a hassle. Let me show you everything. Here's the current state of the interior. So look, I got a little worked up. Everything is spotless from my little Safrane. Well, the cigarette burns in the seat, unfortunately. There's nothing I can do about that. But as for the seats and the interior, I haven't cleaned them yet. There are a few small stains on the floor, but the odometer, dashboard, gear knob, all the storage compartments, everything is ultra, ultra, ultra clean. I'll show you the back again, which was almost like a dump, but like I said, that's normal. They used it like their C15, so I can't blame them. That's pretty much what any of us would have done with a car at that price. The interior's spotless, but after spending an hour and a half on the trunk, it's still not perfect. I don't know if you can see it well, but here, it was white, it was covered in white hair. Well, here though, I didn't really manage. It's a bit complicated. The fabric that's here. And here, overall, it's okay. Here too, on this kind of dashboard, it was disgusting. I didn't do the trunk shelf. I can't even remember its name. The rear shelf. Sorry, so basically, I don't know if you can see it well, but the whole trunk was like this, full of like pieces of wood and hair. I'm trying to show you as best as I can on camera, but basically, yeah, that's how it was. The sides of the trunk were black like that. There's absolutely no way I'm putting it back in the car because it's completely disgusting too. I'm gonna redo that since I have similar fabric like a carpet at home. I think redoing and cutting it will be quicker than cleaning it, especially since it's stained, so it's not a big deal. And here's another little idea of what the back of the car looked like. So luckily there were the mats, but it was pretty much the same underneath. So this mat, well, obviously this one is going straight in the trash too. It's not a bad thing. There you go. It's fine. It's pretty okay. So I haven't done the windows yet. Yes, that's right. I haven't done the windows yet because I don't have any more window cleaner. But overall, the car is disinfected, ready to be used and cleaned. Now, what I suggest we do is take a look at everything that works, everything that doesn't work, even though I've already noticed a few little things. And let's start moving on to disassembly and repairs, which at first will be free. Won't cost me anything because I know how to repair and I have some parts while waiting to receive the parts I ordered so I can make everything perfect. First, I want to fix the braking system. Then, I'll try repairing the screen so I can control the air conditioning because you can't see anything when it's on. I have a little idea if it's well thought out. I think I might be able to fix it. Perfect. I'm realizing that I don't know much about Renaults, but I guess back then most brands were similar. I've done it several times on Japanese cars, so I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's what I thought. I'll be able to fix it. It's exactly the same system as on Japanese cars. I've done this several times, so I have everything I need. Basically, the backlighting, maybe that's not it. I don't know. But most of the time, I know that's what it is. It's managed by small bulbs like this, and usually it's just the bulb that burns out. I haven't checked if the buttons light up at night, and I know the screen doesn't fully light up. So I'm already... What is it? Ah, yes, okay, there are some that control the buttons down below and everything, yeah. I should have known already what was working and what wasn't. It's a bit complicated during the day. I still have all my original bulbs from when I changed the bulb on my Supra's dashboard back then. So let's just hop this, and this. We'll set them aside. That's super cool today because you see, most things like that now are LEDs, so when they stop working, it's kind of a pain. Whereas here, It was still from the time when you could repair things. They're bulbs. You take them out, you change them. All right, let's test it. Yes, it works. Perfect. Except that this side is brighter than that one. Maybe the bulb I put in is burnt out too, that's all. So, I have a bag with several bulbs, including some LEDs. I just put in an LED, and honestly, I kind of want to leave it like that. Wow, look at that. I'm not sure if you'll see it on camera, but this side is much brighter than that side. Well, it's almost more interesting because it's easier to read. What about at night? Thanks. Honestly, I want to keep it on LED since switching to headlights. Boom, it lowers the intensity, and on top of that, I can adjust it. Yes, I understand.
Parking light malfunctioning.
Wow, that's awesome. Really, that's awesome. The lighting is much stronger and doesn't affect the liquid crystal or anything. It's actually much better. Oh yeah, same. If there are any Safrane owners, that little sun button there, I'm sorry. Even though I've read the manual, I still don't understand what it's for. It says that if it's in the sun, something about the perceived temperature, I don't really know. I didn't understand. If any owners can tell me when to activate it and what it's for, I'd appreciate it. Honestly, I have to admit, I don't know how. It's impossible to fold it back. I don't want to put wood screws in it. That's disgusting. I'm just going to buy the glove box bracket. I don't see another option. It's stupid. Because if I could fold it back a little, but it's impossible to fold it back, I could have tried to fix the cracks or something. I don't know if, in the meantime, anyone has any ideas about what I can do with this. Because I don't even see how it comes apart when I pull on it like this, man, but it's great. I'm going to take this off to see. I swear. Safrane lovers, don't be mad at me. It breaks like glass. I tried to lift it with a screwdriver. It breaks instantly, but at least it lets me see how it's built underneath so I can take it apart. Oh, well, there you go. Perfect. Well, there you go. We can now see more clearly that this part isn't actually bent. I'm going to get rid of everything that's in there. What? Is this thing sealed? Now, what if I stick this back on, for example, on top? No, actually, the part isn't bent, and I think I can glue it with windshield adhesive. I just need to, well, either I fix the crack or I buy a new glove box cover. Actually, ideally, I should just buy the glove box with the bracket behind it. That way, at least I'll have a glove box, because I don't have a glove box. There's no glove box here. There's no glove box here. Maybe I can fix it right, you know? Well, you'll just have to hit it more on the passenger side, that's all. Otherwise, I'll cover it with fake leather and fill it in. I'll look into that. That could actually be a really good idea, honestly. Now that my interior looks a bit better, while waiting to receive the new airbag I ordered and figuring out what I'll do with that, let's move on to the mechanical part. So, I was already telling you what we're going to do on the car. Well, first of all, there's definitely going to be a full paint job. Nico's going to train me a bit on doing full paint jobs. Raptor. We'll give it a Raptor paint job, but the color is still undecided. I admit that we did talk about it, and we're both into the idea of making the car matte black. Actually, Raptor black. I'm going to change the rims, obviously, because right now, especially since there's one in the spare wheel well, there was a piece of glass. So, I put in a plug, but actually, maybe I'll change it now since it's done. And actually, we're going to straighten out the front end a little bit. I want to say, so I'll keep ordering the parts that need to be changed. I'll check with Nico to see what he thinks we can change, keep, or whatever. I really have no idea. We'll take it for a little spin first. I'm still going to check the engine real quick, just to see, even though I've already done it, to make sure there aren't any leaks or anything alarming. I'm hearing some noise, but still can't pinpoint its source. But I have a little noise. When I accelerate, it whistles. And I feel like when I open the power steering reservoir, it stops whistling. But it's not the power steering that's whistling. That's what's surprising, to study, to test. Well, this thing is obviously super sturdy. I'll spare you the comments we could make about a Volvo 2-liter 4-cylinder that's totally indestructible. You can also clearly see that the front end has moved back a little because the water radiator, even I feel like it twisted the radiator a bit, but it's not punctured. Surprisingly, there's no leak, even though it moved back a lot. Here, it's all cracked, so yeah, there's still a bit of work to do on the plastic and the bodywork. I'm excited to start working on this car. I just noticed it has a stock strut bar. That's crazy too. As you can see, the mission with this Safrane is going to be to try to give it a proper front end and improve the looks a little bit. But above all, just have fun. And it's especially with cars like this, cheap ones, that I feel like I have the most fun. Now I'm going to patiently wait for all the parts to arrive, and by the end of episode 2, the car will be finished. I'm going to clean up all the mess I made. Let's take this Safrane for a test drive. It's a 2-liter with either 136 or 138 horsepower. All right, let's go. I don't have a choice. I don't have a choice. Otherwise, wow, I'd get it right in the face. Dear friends, here we are aboard my very first Renault. What a pride, or maybe not, I don't know. I've been driving it for a little while now. So, well, I already know it. Now, I'm going to show you a little bit how well a Safrane that costs $50 can actually run. Knowing that, mechanically speaking, I haven't done anything at all. There's not a single noise already. At idle, the idle is super stable. It runs really smoothly. Here we go. I still have that whistling sound. I don't know where it's coming from. It's coming from the front. I see that. I'm going to wait until I reach my cruising speed. I'll shift into 5th gear. There we go. We're a little below 80 kilometers per hour. My back is broken from cleaning it all day. And now I'm sitting here super comfortably. I saw online that some people thought the 2-liter engine in this car was a bit sluggish. Maybe not everyone has the same expectations, but personally, I think the acceleration is excellent for sure. It's not a V8, but for a 2-liter in a Safrane. Here, I'm in 5th gear, it picks up, I barely press the gas. Look, now I'm in 2nd. I'm at 3,000 revolutions per minute at 40 kilometers per hour. Now, I'm flooring it. There you go, it's good, it works well. It works, let's be honest. It's a car, honestly, I'm telling you, that I'm going to alternate with my other daily cars. It's a car that I'm definitely going to drive. Oh yes, and a little detail too, so I know it might shock some people. Right now it's almost full, because yesterday when I picked it up, I filled it up with 80% ethanol right away. I didn't even try to figure it out. For me, it's a Volvo engine. Worst case scenario, if it blows up, well, it'll be a chance to swap the block and put in something more fun. I'm almost certain this engine can run on pure ethanol without modifications. If needed, I'll install a pressure regulator like usual. After that, there's not much more to add. It's a Safrane, it drives great, and I'm very happy. The cabin and suspension are silent. The gearbox and engine are good, it's great to drive, and although it's unbelievably ugly, I really like it. I'm getting attached to it, and that's what matters. So why haven't I removed the front end to check the accident damage yet? Otherwise, I couldn't have done this road test for you. Back home, taking off the front end. It's the next day, and this video almost never happened because until this morning, my place was a mess. Rain, wind, and 10 degrees. Yesterday, it was 29 when I made the video. In one day, we lost 19 degrees. I don't understand this region anymore. By the way, I hope it won't come through too much on the mic, but there's still a lot of wind. Second day. Renault Safrane, nice. I didn't mention Laguna this time. Disassembly of the front end. I think I've reached the end, that's it. I can't really take anything else apart, because if I have to disassemble more, it means I have to drain the car's coolant. Fortunately, I disconnected the air conditioning hoses, and there was no more refrigerant. Fortunately, actually. Well, the damage is more or less significant, I would say. The bumper. I don't know if we'll be able to fix it, we'll see, but it doesn't look like it's in such bad shape. I'm not reinstalling the floor because I prefer cars without floors. You can spot leaks more easily. The crossmember, well, there you go. There's no need to say more about it. It's completely shattered. The part that holds the headlights and the radiator, it's not totally gone, but it's taken a beating. Maybe I can try to fix it. The lights. Well, yeah, the mount here's broken. The mount is busted. Over there, there's the little washer behind it. It's not the mount itself that's broken, but its base. I'll fix it. Might need a new optic unless I can make it hold or repair both sides. I'm not sure, but I'll probably need to buy one. It's fine since it's not expensive. I'll see what's available. The radiator's a mess. I feel like it's twisted, actually really twisted, but honestly, that's not a big deal unless it's punctured. On the other hand, the whole plastic structure around it is smashed. I'll see if I can fix it again or if it's really bent. But aside from that, it's fine. If I need to straighten it out a bit here, it's a little dented, but that's something I can handle. But overall, it's okay, it's not too bad. However, I admit that when I see it like this, you can really tell that the engine can come out of the car very, very, very easily. Basically, you just take everything apart. The engine hoist comes in front, that's it. I took 20 minutes to remove the entire front end. I feel like, on the other hand, Renault, I'm not sure if it's just the Safrane or all Renaults, but I feel like the front end comes off extremely quickly, and you can swap it extremely quickly too. Well, what an idea again. How do they say it? Renault, cars for living. That's for sure. With her, we'll experience a lot. If you've watched this far, leave a comment to show support. Nico, thanks for the gift to thank him for passing on his crazy idea of wanting to buy a Renault from the 90s. Still, I'm really looking forward to continuing and getting her back in shape. That will be the end of the first episode. By the end of the second episode, the car will be repaired, painted, serviced, and we'll have done some tuning as well. See you next time.
She's going to smash his skull. But the Safrane, it never breaks down.